Hey guys, I am sitting here looking around at all my decks because I feel like I want to pull something, but I'm not sure what. I did a couple readings last night, but before I did those readings, there was this like stillness in the energy, like this like void. Um, it could even be a lot of people are releasing a lot right now, and when you release, there's a void. And you have to fill that in with positive energy, high frequency energy. um you got to be careful not to allow those spaces where all that heavy energy that you just released, all that karma that you're releasing, you got to allow it to fill in with light. You got to help it. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking around and I'm just like, all my readings have been they've ended up being about like love or twin flames, and that's great and all. But like I do also want people to look at their shadows. And then I notice this deck and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. And I feel like I'm going to use my tattoo tarot to clarify with. All right. So there's been a lot of shifting in the energy lately, and then that weird stillness. I didn't even think I was going to record last night. I was just like, I just feel like, don't move, don't say anything, just be still. So when I ended up recording, I was like, this is surprising. um all right, what is it? Mm-hmm. Is this me? Someone's asking themselves that. Is this me? Am I truly being who I am? Or am I being what people expect me to be? Is this me? Hmm. Addicted. I don't use this deck often, but the last couple times I've used it, this card comes up. Obsession. Oh my god. Ah, yeah. The temple of my body. Hmm. Is this me? Hmm. I kind of want to take the book out for the temple of my body. Um, Hold on. I hate having to be like, oh, I gotta read from the book, but where is the card number 2? A succubus-like creature with claws resembling nails holds a very thin silver chain, and the pendant on it appears like a crimson tear of blood. My body is the temple of my soul. It has no secrets to me. This card is about the darkness in the body. Culture can make us take distance from what is our corporality. Oh man, I hate reading out loud. I hated when they would call on me in school. I'd be like, fuck off, leave me alone. um, so many religions and customs, for instance, demonize sex in many different ways, lacing it with guilt, as an assassin could lace food with poison. On the other side, we are collaborators and cheapening our body, hiding it, being shamed by it, selling it, giving it away for nothing. It happens when we accept an abusive relationship, when we refuse to respect the body of another, or simply when do we do things like being too lazy to eat healthily. Our body is a temple. It cannot be defiled. We can take a shower, raise our chin, feel proud. It is our body, ours. That's why there's this questioning of like, is this me? It's both about yourself and about others. It's like really understanding the sacredness of your fucking body, because it is a temple. You shouldn't be just giving it away for free. You shouldn't. But you also shouldn't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you desire. And we've got addicted and obsession here. It's like, there could be a person that you feel addicted to and obsessed with, or it could be a substance. You know, it's escapism. Um, so it's having to realize that your body is a temple, and you shouldn't just be giving it away just because someone's addictive and you feel obsessed with them. You're worth so much more than that. If it's somebody who really deserves all of you, then yes, you know, it's fine to give it away. Give it away however you fucking want to, whenever you want to, wherever you want to, you know? But it's about having healthy boundaries. Really understanding who you are and who the other person is. And respecting those boundaries, and they better fucking respect yours, because if it's not mutual, then no. No. Our bodies are fucking temples. We need to treat them as such. When you have sex with someone, when you engage with someone in that manner, it is more than just a physical thing. Understand, our souls are involved in this. It is soul merging. So if you're having sex with someone, you want to know them and understand them well enough to know if you want to intertwine your soul with theirs, because they will imprint in you and you will imprint in them. And when the bodies separate physically, there's still a connection spiritually. So be careful with what you're doing with your body and who you're doing it with. All right, let's pull a card for the feminines over here for some advice for the feminines, so they can get a look at where they're at. It's both seeing where you're at and advice, and then a card over here for masculine energies. Gilded regret. Hiding your true self. Yeah, it's like feeling addicted and obsessed with someone, like, and you're giving away your fucking temple because, and you're regretting it, and you are hiding your true self because that's not you. That's not you, just to give yourself away like that. But oh boy, then when you meet someone that, like, you feel like you can't say no to, someone that you're addicted and obsessed with. Mm. All right, let's pull a card for the masculines. Yeah, femmes, you'll end up in regret if you just give yourself away. You have to, don't succumb to the addiction and the obsession with this person. You have to stand your ground. Was that the new moon reading? New moon in Aquarius reading that I just did. It's about standing your ground. Standing your ground and keeping those boundaries up so that way you can have healthy relationships, because people that are going to respect your boundaries, those are the relationships you want in your life. And the people that won't, let them fuck off. Let them fuck off. All right, masculine squares. Anger and chains at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, masculines, what the fuck is going on? The child I was meant to be. The child I was meant to be. Yeah, the child you were meant to be was taken away from you as a child. And you were forced to be somebody else. And when you're forced to be somebody else, there ends up all kinds of addictions and obsessions and unhealthy fucking patterns. And there's a whole hell of a lot of anger and chains and feeling fucking bound. Since we all carry both feminine and masculine energy, anyone can resonate with the feminine and the masculine cards. I mean, I feel like anyone watching this is probably going to be resonating with the entire fucking reading, because it all ties together. Well, you know, even when I had pulled over here, I didn't say anything. When I pulled over here and I looked at the bottom of the deck, I had slid the card at the bottom of the deck over, and this card was underneath. What card was on the bottom over there? Shit, what was it? Oh, man. Oh, look, it's at the top of the deck now. Hiding your true self. Hiding your true self. The child I was meant to be. You had to fucking hide your true self. Both sides, masculine and feminine. This goes for fucking everybody. Take off your mask and look at who the fuck is under there. Because it's not the same person that you have to present to the world. And it is uncomfortable to take that mask off and try to be who is underneath, because it's different than what people expect. But it's fucking beautiful. It is beautiful. Do not be afraid of it. I can hear that song in my head. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And you fucking should. You should. Because that little light of yours is the child you were fucking meant to be. Not this anger and chains, not bound, feeling fucking controlled, like you can't be who you want, you can't do what you want, you can't have what you want. That's not who you're meant to be. That's not who you're fucking meant to be. But if you keep hiding your true self, that's what it's gonna fucking be. Alright, I'm gonna pull on this tattoo tarot. Shit, where do where did I put that? I got so many decks everywhere. It's like I open the boxes and then I don't know where to put stuff when I'm trying to get stuff out of these boxes. You know, I should have taken this out before I started the recording, because right before I hit record, I was looking at the decks and I decided before I hit record, but I don't know, I felt like I needed to do an intro for some reason. I feel like this message is just for certain people, so it's like if people aren't going to sit through the intro, it's not for them. It's not for them. People that are in this energy, they want an answer. They want an answer, so they'll wait, you know. They'll wait to be like, is it the answer I'm looking for here? You know, they're trying to seek it out. You know, the regret, like, pushes people to want to get out of this. Especially when you can feel that child you are meant to be. Especially when you can feel that there. What am I going to pull on first? I'll pull on the Gilded Regret first. Alright. Gilded Regret. focusing, but if you regret it, you're focusing on the wrong things. Focused on the wrong things. I mean, but, you know, if you have to put on a mask and be someone that you're not, you're going to focus on the wrong things. You're going to focus on the things that you think you're supposed to. Not what you want or need to. Not what you desire to. Ooh, Page of Swords. Yeah. Learning something. Fucking learning something. Judgment. It's like the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other. The devil is past trauma. Past trauma that programmed you to put on that mask. And this devil's like, keep your mask on. Do what's expected of you. And the angel's like, you would think the angel would be like, all like sweet and nice, but it's like, no. Rebel. Be yourself. See how the angel has the fucking gavel? She's like, I have final judgment here. The devil just holds the book. But I have final judgment here. And this angel says it's time to fucking get out of this regret. That's what you're learning here. Remember I was saying, if somebody's really in this energy and they want to get out of this regret, they'll stay through the intro and watch. That's the Page of Swords. Watching, waiting, learning. Why were you distracting yourself? Why were you focused on the wrong things? You know, when you focus on the wrong things because that's what's expected of you, you're distracting yourself from your true self. Distracting yourself from the child within that was fucking buried oh so fucking long ago. Oh, so fucking long ago. Alright, let's pull on the masculine energy over here. The Emperor. Yeah. Masculines, you want to be the fucking emperor. You want to be in control. You want to be in control, but you're not in control if you have a fucking mask on. You're not in control if you have a mask on. You have to tap into that inner child. But it's like, yeah, but my inner child's wounded. How's my inner child gonna be the fucking emperor? Well, your inner child's gonna be the true fucking emperor because the mask you're wearing, it's false, it's fake. You have to heal your inner child. See how there's this little boy on the card? It's like this obsession here. And it's like, this is what the little boy when he's older, this addiction. This little boy was drowned out and told he couldn't be, like, he was wrong for being who he is. So then he becomes obsessed with being who he thinks he should be. And then that creates a lot of anger and chains. Oh my God, underneath that, parasite. Parasite. That's what happens when you're a child and someone treats you a certain way and imprints something in you. They're imprinting their parasite because they didn't heal it. Now, since they imprinted it in you, that's not your fault, but you're not this child anymore. So there's not going to be an adult that's going to come and fix it for you. You have to fix it for yourself. You have to release the parasite that is not yours. You took it on as your own because it was imprinted in you. And then that parasite has been feeding off of you and keeping you out of frequency that puts you in these situations that are just fucking toxic. That just manifest addiction and obsession and this succubus energy. You know, if you're a feminine, you become this succubus energy, and if you're a masculine, you attract this succubus energy, right? It said succubus, not incubus. I get them confused. It's like the parasite that was put in you is like this the energy of a fucking, like an energy vampire. So it's like this succubus energy. If you don't fucking heal it, then you end up sucking the life out of other people, especially if you have sex with someone. Especially if you have sex with someone and you merge souls. Don't fucking do that to people, and don't let people do that to you. No, no, no. No, no, no. Alright, let's... 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's a fucking burden. It's a burden. It's a burden. And that burden's being put on this fucking child that's buried underneath in your core. This child that was innocent. Child that was curious and sweet. Wanted to learn instead of just acting. You know, kids don't start acting out until people shut them down and stop them from exploring and learning. So it's like the child within you wants to break free. It's so fucking heavy on it. So fucking heavy on it. And yeah, it's not a fucking solid foundation. 3 of Pentacles, it's starting a project. And if you don't start a project properly, it's not, you know, even if you start getting more solid as you're moving through the project, if the beginning of it isn't solid, it's gonna, the base of it's gonna fucking crumble. And 10 of Wands, that's fucking heavyweight. That's a breaking point. That's a breaking point. All right, let's pull on addicted. Addicted to what? We have Ace of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, it's like there's this energy of not just wanting to know the truth, but also wanting to speak the truth. But see how like the truth is like blocking him? Blocked. 2 of Swords, this is blocked and blinded. That's why addiction's here. Temperance. Not being able to see how to keep things in balance. Keeping things in balance takes time and patience. And a whole lot of focus on it. And over here we had the 8 of Pentacles, where it was like focused on the wrong things. You have to be focused on the right things and keep them in balance. But you gotta fucking take off this blindfold. You gotta take off this blindfold. Because, see, this chick's willingly holding these swords. She could put one down so she could pull this blindfold off. And then she would just have one sword in her hand. You know? She would just have the truth in her hand. And her eyes would be open. See how this guy's eyes are closed? He's ignorant to the truth. That's why this addiction is here. The truth is within the child. Within the child that was meant to be. I was going to say the child that's hidden within, but that's what it is. The child that was meant to be is hidden within. Look how sweet and innocent this child is. He's holding this, like, orb in his hand. And I almost feel like that orb is his soul. It's like he's holding his soul in his hand because he doesn't know what to do with it. It's like I thought I was pure. I thought I was innocent, and I thought it was okay to want to learn and know things, and I thought it was okay to exist and have this soul. And something or someone told them no. No, you can't be that. You need to be controlled and do what you're told. Fucking intense, man. I resonate with a lot of this energy. I get it. Two of Cups. Seven of Wands. We've got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. The Knight of Pentacles just feels like it's a stopped energy. Like look at this. This is a statue. It's not even moving. And see how I thought it was a sword, but it's like a jousting stick. But like I'm still gonna interpret it as a sword. It still still does the same thing if you want it to. You know, you can penetrate with it if somebody's not wearing proper gear. He's holding the truth, but he's not allowed to move with it. Because somebody told him no. You can't be curious. You can't have innocence. You have to be controlled. Two of Cups is partnership. It's relationship. It's soulmate energy. But there's Seven of Wands here. There's defensiveness. And there's a heart on this card. It's like having the heart to stand up and fight, but someone important, someone that you love, told you no. Told you you had to be defensive. You had to strategize. You couldn't just connect. You have to be defensive and strategize before you can love. So until you come up with the perfect strategy, it's not fucking safe. So until then, you're frozen. Frozen. Obsessing. Obsessing over what's the right fucking move? What's the right move? What move is going to hurt the least? I have to protect my heart at all costs. I'm not allowed to fucking love. What? I mean, and then I just noticed the Two of Swords over here, you know, like she's blocking her heart. Shit. All right. Temple of my body. Temple of my body. Queen of Swords. I just heard cutting cords. Cutting cords. If you don't treat your body as a temple, there will be so many cord attachments from other people's succubus, incubus, whatever the fuck you want to call it, energy. And it'll drain you even after they're not around physically. It'll keep draining you if you don't cut those cords. You have to understand the power of your, not just your physical being, your being as a whole, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You have to understand other people's, like the power of theirs. Like, ooh, we get so caught up in this 3D world. We're so ignorant to it. We don't even know. I mean, I get it. I was there. I was a teenager, fucking sleeping around looking for love in all the wrong places. At one point in time, I mean, I didn't sleep around too much, but I was looking for love in all the wrong fucking places. I was addicted to a lot of things. I was obsessed with a lot of things. I'm still addicted and obsessed to some things, but not not like when I was a kid, you know. The Empress, the world, yeah, gotta close out this fucking cycle. Gotta close out this cycle. Your Empress energy is being fucking drained. Your beauty is being, the life is being sucked out of you. First step, if you're involved with anyone that's in this negative energy, first of all, if you're watching this reading, if you are involved, you're probably involved with someone that's fucking negative and unhealthy for you. You gotta cut it off. Cut it off ASAP, and then start working on all the fucking attachments that you've accumulated over the fucking years. See all these fucking spikes coming out of his back, and look, he's got a fucking chain. He's got a chain coming out of him. All these spikes are all the attachments from every fucking person that you ever allowed to penetrate your fucking field. And this chain is the reason why. This chain is the initial attachment. The initial fucking attachment that started here with this child. I can't even see the thing to put it back. Oh, man. All right, let's get this in order. All right, so being in the regret is actually like, you know, first step, because if you're not regretting something, you're not realizing that something was wrong, you know? People will be like, oh, no regrets, but sometimes you need to regret. Because regret will bring you to reflect on something. So you'll get out of fucking toxic patterns. If you just stay in a I regret nothing attitude all the time, then you're kind of likely to continue toxic patterns and addictions and obsessions and fucking energy vampire fucking shit, attracting them or being one. So now that you're in regret and you're aware of this isn't right, and like I can't go on like this, you know, you gotta learn, you gotta pay attention, so that way you make the right decision when judgment time comes. You'll know what voice in your head to listen to. And the voice in your head that should have the final say is your feminine energy. Even if you're a masculine, it should be your feminine energy, your intuition that has the final say, not your masculine energy, not your fucking logic, not your fucking ego. No. They should be conversating together on what the right decision is, but the feminine energy should have the final say. Because if you let your masculine energy have the final say when your intuition's like, oh, but that's not the right one, you're making the wrong fucking choice. All right, now, with this addicted energy, you have to take the blindfold off. You're in the energy of regret. Don't stay blind in the energy of regret, or you'll never fucking leave it and you won't fucking learn shit. And you'll never be able to make the right choice. and then you'll never keep things in balance. And like I said, temperance takes time and patience. Especially, this is your entire life. Your entire life you've had to operate this way since a child. Your entire life. It takes time and patience to reprogram all of that. That's okay. Nobody overnight just makes themselves better. Nobody. And if they tell you they did, they're trying to fucking sell you something and they're a fucking liar. Don't listen to people like that. They're full of shit. I'm here for free, giving you information. It doesn't affect my life if you don't listen to me, because you're not paying me anything to give you this information. I'm giving this information because I fucking been here and I fucking care. And when I was here, I was stuck around a bunch of other people that were in this energy. Nobody knew how to fucking help me or give me advice. I had to figure it out myself. Would it have been great that if I could have came across a YouTube video where somebody was insightful as fuck? That would have been awesome. That would have been totally fucking awesome, dude. Like, all right. So now we've got this child. Obsession. When you want to explore and somebody shuts that down, then you become obsessed with what you can't have, what you can't do. Whoever shut you down and told you you weren't fucking good enough, that you were being too much of a child as a child, someone that told you that you were weak for your sensitivity, that you were weak for being loving and caring or affectionate, whoever the fuck told you that, this is them too. Remember this parasite card? They took the parasite of this and they fucking put it in you. Now, if whoever put it in you has worked on that, great for them. That's fucking awesome. But if you haven't worked on it for yourself, you have to. And if they haven't worked on it, there's nothing you can do about it. That's not your problem. You have to just worry about yourself. And you have to worry about what this parasite has done to you. And if they haven't worked on themselves and you do the healing work and you're in contact with them and you want to, plant a seed with them, you can't force anyone to change. You can only plant seeds. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to plant seeds. Even if you're feeling lost right now and you're like, wow, she sounds right, but I don't know what to do. This is a seed. Temperance. It takes time to fucking grow. A seed is buried in the dirt. But then when it fucking grows, it penetrates through the fucking soil and it comes up into the light. And I heard the word invigorated. And it's invigorated. Why am I hearing invigorated? I mean, maybe that's that's the exact feeling you need to feel, is invigorated. Alive. Because this doesn't feel alive. Once upon a time, look how golden this child looks. But he's holding his life in his hand. Like, am I allowed to even have this? And someone said no. So as you got older, you became this. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be. Healing does take time, but you can get out of this. You can get out of this. It's not a life sentence. It's only a life sentence if you allow it to be. It's like the Seven of Wands. It's like you should be standing up and fighting for love, not defensive against it. Fighting for your feelings, not fighting your feelings. All right, and then we've got this the temple of my body, this succubus energy vampire. It's draining the life. It's a cycle that needs to be closed out. This Empress is pregnant with, it's like you still have this child within you. Your feminine energy, or if you're just a feminine in general, you still have this child within you. But you have to close this cycle, or else this child's gonna stay in there. And it's, I mean, imagine if you were pregnant and you never gave birth. Like, the fetus is gonna die, and then it's gonna kill you. So, and now we're moving on to the child I was meant to be card. I feel like you're at a breaking point, especially if you're 4111 on the clock. As I'm saying this, if you're still watching this video, you're at your breaking point. You're at your breaking point. Your fucking foundation has fucking crumbled because it wasn't fucking solid, and that's actually fucking good. It's actually good. It's actually good. Would it have been great if it never fucking crumbled and was built solid in the first place? Yeah, that would have been awesome, but it wasn't. But, so, we're at the breaking point. It's good to be at the breaking point because now you can rebuild this. But like I said, temperance, it takes time and patience. And then the Eight of Pentacles just popped back in my head. You have to focus. Make sure you're focusing on the right things. Focusing on your inner child. Focusing on the healing of that inner child. Focusing on yourself. You can turn the focus onto other people only if you're already focusing on yourself. You can't leave this child behind for attachments outside of you. What about what's inside of you? You have to take care of that first and foremost. Even if you're a parent and you have children, I'm a mother. But if I don't take care of myself, what am I doing for my children? If I'm not getting up and getting out of bed every day, if I'm not taking care of my mental health, what am I for my children? Nothing. I'll be a fucking lump in a bed. So, but you have to have compassion for yourself. You have to have time. Yeah. Well, not, yes, time, but you have to have patience within that time. Stop looking for the end point of where you're going and just focus on where you're at. Focus on where you're at. Because where you're going is going to change a million fucking times. Where you're at, you can change it or you can stay. Where you've been will never change, but you can heal who you've become because of what had happened in the past. You can't change the past, but you can reintegrate how you perceive it. All right. I'm going to leave that here now since we're 44 minutes in. My heart goes out to all of you. Like, when I'm uploading this video, I'm setting the intention for healing energy. Not just a healing message, but I'm going to set the intention for healing energy to come with it. So as it's coming out at the screen at you, the visuals, the audio, it's going to be healing for you. I'm setting that intention right fucking now, and I'm going to have it set the entire time this video is uploading, and I'm going to have it set to continue on for fucking all of eternity. Because no one ever has to stay in this energy. It's not our faults we're put in this energy. But once we realize that we're in this, it's our responsibility to fucking heal it. Because when we start going around and affecting other people, then it is our fucking fault. If we were aware of it and we did nothing about it, and then we're projecting this onto other people, then we're an energy vampire. Then we're a fucking succubus. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Anyone watching my channel and is watching till the end of this video is a fucking earth angel, starseed, a being of light, a being of light, some form of light. That's why this parasite was put in you. It's so much bigger than this 3D reality. This parasite was put in you to try to keep your light dim, to try to drown you out because of how special and how fucking important you are, because of how fucking powerful you are. It's like the person that put this parasite in you had the parasite put in them because of their light. And unfortunately, they didn't heal it in time before they were putting it into you. All right, so please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll be doing more of these readings for sure. For sure. All right, guys, good luck. Bye.